All right, hi, welcome back. Attorney Steve Vondran here. We are talking in this episode about real estate law. Everybody's been asking, hey, Attorney Steve, how come you're not doing the real estate stuff anymore? Okay, but let's talk about it. And let's head to the Attorney Steve Litigation Whiteboard. Here we are. Okay, so we are talking about copyright infringement. We are talking about real estate brokerages, okay, or any other type of company that uses independent contractors. Now, that's a ton of companies. If you don't know what an independent contractor is, basically it's somebody that runs their own show, calls their own shots, work for themselves. They provide their own tools, their own uniforms, things like that. They're independent contractors, and they usually are signing what we call independent contractor agreements. So here's our brokerage. Let's call our brokerage a real estate brokerage. Perfect Place Property. Why are we going to use that name? That was the name of my company back in the good old days. Perfect Place Property. If you're interested in the domain, by the way, I own it. It's a great brand. I'm out of the business, but I would sell it to the right people. Perfect Place Property. So say this is your brokerage, okay? Now you have your officers and directors, your broker, like I was the broker, okay? So say you're the broker, and over here you have agents running around selling real estate, selling in the insurance business, selling insurance, in the stock business, selling stocks. You have all kinds of independent contractors. Now, usually they're going to sign an independent contractor agreement, okay? Spelling out what you can and can't do. But I'm talking about this because this case deals with photo infringement and what we call vicarious liability. That means one person, this person, vicariously liable for the acts of this person. Now, it could be anything. It could be a tort. It could be hitting someone with a car. It could be all kinds of things. In this context, we are talking about copyright infringement, specifically with the agent posting a photo on their website. And in the case I'm looking at, it ended up on Realtor.com. And so you had an infringing photo, real nice photo. I'm not going to say what it is, but real nice, beautiful photo on the agent. The agent made the decision to use the photo without paying for a license. Now, I've been telling people, and they say, oh, well, geez, Attorney Steve, I mean, are they really going to get upset about that? Yeah, photographers rely on licensing fees for a living, good photographers. So they don't like it when you just take their photos and try to have this beautiful profile using their photos, which attracts people. And the question becomes, is this person liable? Yeah, well, this is the direct infringer. This is the person that made the decision to post the photo on the website, which ended up over here on Realtor.com. And this scenario could happen in insurance companies, financial companies, all kinds of companies could find themselves in this situation. So the question in this case is, can the officer or director be held responsible for the acts of this agent? And I have to say that there was a case that came out, Erickson versus Cast, and this is the kind of case I'm talking about, but it talked about vicarious liability. Now, this is in the Ninth Circuit, okay? Ninth Circuit's going to cover California, Arizona, Washington, Oregon, Montana, Idaho, Nevada, okay? So, but the court talked about the two elements. You only need to allege two elements to have a prima facie case. So these are the elements. So let's take a look at this. So for you real estate brokers, insurance brokers, financial brokers, whoever's out there, I know you have independent contractors, but you have to keep an eye on them. Now, under the California real estate law, when I was a real estate broker, I knew this, and I represented a lot of brokers. I knew, as most do, that you have a duty to supervise. You have a duty to supervise these people, okay? I think we're aware of that, okay? So here's when liability attaches. Liability attaches when, one, you had the ability to supervise. You had the ability to supervise this person, which this person does. They actually have a duty. They have a duty to supervise. So that, check the box. That's pretty easy to allege. The other thing that needs to be alleged is a direct financial benefit, so that this person or company or brokerage had a direct financial benefit in the infringing use of the photo. So say So say Perfect Place Properties over here, their brand, their logo is being used in the photo, and that is it could be alleged that is providing a not only a benefit, an added benefit, but also a direct financial benefit to this company. Maybe they allege that somebody is hiring this company because of the photo. Okay, so they say, wow, that is such a beautiful aerial photo. Let's say, my gosh, this person must be the expert in the area. How could you get such a great photo like that if you weren't the expert? I mean, it must be. So somebody could allege that. And what this case said, the Erickson versus Cast, I just want to make sure I got my, Erickson Productions versus Cast. So that's one allegation, ability to supervise. The only other element is direct financial benefit. So somebody could allege that the picture acts as a draw is what they talk about in the case, and that there's a causal relationship between the infringement and the use of the photo. So, and maybe perhaps they would allege that somebody purchased your services due to the photo, that they hired you because they saw the photo, they saw you, and said, this must be the person to hire. Okay, so and again, allegations usually at the pleading stage, yes, you need to make plausible allegations, and ultimately you need to prove them to win. But I mean, this seems plausible to me, where you can show that the photo was so good as to cause somebody to hire that person. So people think that vicarious liability, could never happen to me. They're on their own. We could never be on the hook. But I disagree. I think there's times when it could be alleged and could be proven. It's going to be case by case on its facts. But again, in the Ninth Circuit, you have the Erickson case. That's something to look at, okay? So this is general legal information only, not legal advice. If you're a broker, get yourself some training for your agents, okay? Teach them about copyright law, because you don't want them in lawsuits. You don't want your brokerage in lawsuits. Teach them about copyright law, how to properly license photos, okay? And not to just pull them off Google and think that everything's going to be fine, okay? So, but if you need help in the area of copyright law, working with brokers, or you like my domain, perfectplaceproperty.com, you know where to find us on the web at attorneysteve.com. That's our copyright tip for the day. And once again, general legal information only. If you have any questions, seek legal counsel, okay? But that's it. Hope you're having a great day. I got to get running. Got some pasta on the table. Looking forward to it. So we will see you again later this week. Have a great day. Bye now.